Hi guys, welcome to this video. Today I'm going to be unboxing the Necromunda Dark Uprising, and I have two sets of the Zone Mortalis floor tiles as well. So for scale, I don't have a Space Marine two hands. Actually, that's a lie. I have. Okay, so just to give you an idea of the scale, the Space Marine doesn't. Right, that's him flush at the base there. It was a case of when I got the box, it was handed to me and I kind of nearly dropped it because I wasn't expecting it to be near as heavy as it was, and it is absolutely gigantic. I'm going to take the plastic off and go through it, but before that I'm just going to turn it around and have a quick look at the back of it. So up front we have Necromunda Dark Uprising. There's a picture of some, I think this guy's a Jew because he's like a lot smaller than the crazy like ogre sized people that cut other people up, the big guys. I presume these are the gangers. And then you have the Judge Dredd, Palantine, Enforcer style guys, which are also really cool. Then we turn it around, we have a look at what we get. So you get a 128 page rulebook, double sided play surface, which is nice, a deck of 70 game cards, range ruler, 16 Necromunda dice, 15 Corpse Grinder Citadel miniatures, which are just ace, 11 Palantine Enforcer and Palantine Subjugator Citadel miniatures. Box contains 6 frames of Zone Mortalis columns, 4 frames of Zone Mortalis walls, 4 frames of Zone Mortalis platforms. Jesus, there is a lot in that. I don't know if it's all pictured in that picture there. 1 frame of Zone Mortalis doors, 1 frame of Sector Mechanicus thermic plasma conduits, interesting, and 1 frame of Necromunda barricades and objectives. Very cool. There's stuff sliding down the inside of it. So it says up here, oops, it doesn't say oops. Deep in Necromunda's underhides, a red tide of rebellion rises. The Citadel miniatures and terrain in this box set allow you to recreate the brutal encounters between the elite Palantine forces of Lord Helmar and the flesh-eating Corpse Grinder cults seeking to overthrow his rule. So Corpse Grinder cults, the gangs of the cannibalistic Corpse Grinder cults are savage heretics dedicated to the Lord of Skin and Sinew. These raving madmen care only for slaughter and the chance to feast upon their vanquished foes. It sounds a bit like their Khorne followers. And then the Palantine Enforcers are Necromunda's brutal peacekeepers. Each one is ready to deliver Lord Helmar's justice to those who dare defy the will of the Imperial House. So what I'll do is I'll cut the video here and open it up. Okay guys, so before I go and open up the big Dark Uprising box, I just thought I'd have a quick flick over the switches. So this is the Zone Mortalis floor tile set. Excuse me. Highly detailed plastic miniature tray. Okay, so this is getting done on commission, and the client had opened this one and kept the second one for me sealed. He was just having a look at it himself, and I cannot blame him. Look how nice this is. It looks completely flawless with no flash on it, no mold lines from what I can see on the edges, and the details on it are very nice. This is really cool. I don't have my Vansar out. I was going to see what they look like on it because they're Zone Mortalis bases, but just to give you an idea of the scale, a 32mm base fits very comfortably inside of each of these squares, which is cool. Yeah, that looks really nice. I think they're all the same as well. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they look like they're all the same. 4. So there's 4 in each box, and I have 2 boxes of them. On the cover you can see a Palantine Enforcer with what looks like a scout sniper rifle. This guy here is hiding behind the blown out plasmic thermic vent, and he looks a bit grey skinned, which doesn't look to be too healthy. And obviously this guy over here is just painted up to look gorgeous. Another Palantine Enforcer down here, peeking out over his shield. Probably should have turned the shield that way to face him, but he doesn't have guns, so it's probably okay. I'm thinking about painting on chevrons, just using masking tape to do it, just to get them nice and even. And then on the back, some Mortalis floor tiles set. Some Mortalis floor tiles, that's what I'm writing here. A highly detailed piece of terrain that allow players to build their very own dark and gritty corner of the Necromunda Underhive. These plastic terrain tiles can be used either on their own or in conjunction with other Zone Mortalis terrain kits. To create an exciting and dynamic battlefield for games of Necromunda, each tile can be combined with other Zone Mortalis tiles in any configuration to make a variety of board sizes, from narrow corridors and abandoned dwellings to sprawling industrial complexes. Now that sounds cool. This box set includes 4 Zone Mortalis terrain tiles. Zone Mortalis terrain tiles are compatible with the contents of the Necromunda Dark Uprising box game and other Zone Mortalis terrain kits. For use in Necromunda and Warhammer 40,000, which is cool. So I'm not going to bother opening up the second set and going through the same thing because it's going to be the same. But I'm going to take this out and put the other one in. Okay guys, so I cut the cling film wrap off and I lifted the lid, and this is what has met me. I did not know this was in here. Well, not the bubble wrap. Okay, so I'll take this out sprue by sprue. I literally just finished painting up like 3 or 4 sprues of this stuff. I didn't do the ammo crates and stuff yet. These boys here. This set is from the old Necromunda set. So it's the barricades. These are the lids for the ammo crates. This is like booby traps that go into the ammo crates. Excuse me. Control panel barricade, fridge door barricades, bulkheads. This one here is a gang relic, but I've got it upside down. So that's it there. Tentacle thing goes into this piece here. There's a stratagem card you can use in the game for that, and then an initiative token. And then this is what the ammo crates look like. And then on the back of them, if I don't break the camera first, they're blank for you to stick the booby traps onto. So I did paint up 3 of these already. I'll probably paint them up the same way because it'll be nice, quick and easy. So that's the 4th sprue that comes out. Just as a quick comparison, you can almost see it there. Or maybe I'm mad, it just looked like there was a slight different colour in the plastic. This is a set of thermic plasma vents, which I did not realise was in this set at all, which is really cool because they're nice pieces of terrain. So you have the long pieces, these kind of go back to back. This is like a junction box kind of part which will connect with this big boy here, and these are the power cells. You also got these on the Battle for McCragg set years ago, and they're just sitting there. But you can see the detail in this is unbelievable. And these bits go on the end here. These two, they're like the blown out plasma vent bit. So someone rolled a 1 on their engineering roll, and then they're the bottom legs for it. I have built a set of these, but I don't think I painted them. I don't even know if I primed them. But they'll be cool when they're painted up. Give them some nice blue glowing OSL effects. Okay. So this here is a stair and platform section by the looks of it. Right, so this bit here is a platform. A smaller platform. This looks like it's a platform support, I'd imagine. This is going to be some kind of mechanism for clipping stuff on, probably the stairs, which is these boys. I have some kind of grate in here. That could be a platform, or it's like a railing. That's a super high tech ladder by the looks of it. I have no idea what this is, but here we have hatches. So this is like the Palantine Enforcer logo, which I actually thought was the bottom jaw of a skull, but it seems to be two eagles maybe, not too sure. And then just a standard hatch. They obviously go over this one, which is a bit weird. That's probably like I somehow imagine the ladder clips onto the underside of this, and it's where you can go up and down between layers. We've got some flimsy old railings, which you'll have to be careful when you're clipping them off, and a second staircase. So I'll flip this around. Oh cool, look, they've got lights underneath. That's pretty slick. That's the back of the ladder. Bottom of the single platform, tower support, more stairs. That's the other side of the platform with the hatch in it. I must have skipped over this. That must be like the end railing for something, which is important for if you take damage near the edge of a platform, you need an initiative roll, and if that's there it will help you. It's very important. So there's two of them sprues. So we're currently up to 3 sprues of terrain. Then I have what is this? Alright, so this is just the back of it. There's no actual details to show you on the back. But you flip it to this side and it is super cool. So I wonder what, I think these bits are similarly sized to the back of a Land Raider's engine compartment. I think it's the part that goes inside. That'll be fairly similar to it. Right, so these must be the columns. The thicker ones must be the columns. With all these like arches in them, which are really cool, and these will be lights, and we can do some grimy like red lighting sprayed onto them. And I think these sections here are for pillar. No, they're the columns. These must be the walls. I'm not 100% sure yet though, unless it's the other way around, and these are the walls and these are the pillars. I won't know until I actually build it. So there's 1, 2, oh, is that a different one? No, that's the same one. 2, 3, no, 2 of them ones. This one's slightly different, where you have the Palantine Enforcer logo, upside down arch piece. This piece here is obviously the walls, sorry, this piece, because that's one big chunk, so they're obviously the walls. That must be what goes on the top of the walls to kind of join it together, which is really detailed and cool instead of just flat plastic. And then there's a vent thing instead of the Palantine Enforcer logo. So there's 1, 2 of them. Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sprues of terrain at the minute. I have, oh, this must be the door sprue. Look how chunky and sci-fi these are. That is really cool. That must be the door threshold for the bottom. So obviously, can I turn it and show you? This would be the door frames here. This is the bigger threshold, obviously to match these gigantic doors. I'm definitely painting gore on this like someone got caught. And then more barricades and thresholds. And these 2 pieces here are the smaller doors, which is really cool. And then the new updated door terminals. It actually looks like they're modelled to be damaged, whereas the other ones are modelled to be brand spanking new. And these ones are actually okay. That's really cool. So there's one of them. This might be the columns then, and the other bit is something else entirely, question mark, because these bits here are angled, so these would actually make a closed off unit, so these could well be the columns instead, and the other bits are just all walls. This is the top pieces for them as far as I'm aware, and these bits here are just different doodads that can be added on to make them stand out a bit. This is like a keg kind of system for storing fuel or something. You got a vent, a control panel. Excuse me. Oh, sorry, and then more vents there. What is on that? Some kind of fluff or something on that. And then the same on these bits here. So there's 1, 2, 3 of them. I'm just not going to keep counting terrain here. I'm just, oh sorry, 4, 5. Right, so there's 6 of them. Okay, so this is more platforms. So we've skimpy ladders here. You don't want to get caught on one of them. More platforms. These look like different types of railings, longer railings just with different pieces on them. More platforms, like vent platforms, electrical junction boxes, railings. I like the way all the railings, like they're not just one uniform railing, there's different bits and bobs on them to make them stand out. You flip it over, we have the lights underneath again, which is really cool because I will paint them up to make it look like there's glowing under there. If I was really good at electrical work, I would add like LEDs in there or something, but I am not up to that yet. The same sprue again, so there's 2 of them. And then the next sprue up is, oh my god, well packed. You can see how many pieces are on this. This looks like the Palantine Enforcer kit. So you have your let's get the focus in. Yeah, so there's the weird kind of Primera style heads. That looks like a shotgun with a scope. I don't think there's actually too many pieces involved in these. What I might do is just drop the camera down so you're looking at this bit and it'll give it a better view. Okay guys, so this is a bit of a closer look at the sprue for the Palantine Enforcers. So we've, I don't know, that's some kind of bolter with a drum mag, a shotgun. That looks like a grenade here, but it's probably a shock baton. You can see all the different legs, revolver pistols, the torsos. I wonder if there are transfers to go onto the front of the torso here. More shotguns, torsos. I know from building my own gang, these bits here are like the neck area for the different bodies. More legs. Looks like holstered revolvers. Shotgun again. Revolver in a hand. What is that? Handcuffs. Super futuristic handcuffs. Accessory pouches, grenades. More little bits and bobs. I'm not sure if that's an extendable shock baton or an actual grenade with that pouch. Oh, and there's that big scout sniper rifle, which is really nice actually. And another drum bolter mag, more handcuffs, and then a closer look at the heads here. I really like the helmets. So that's the first sprue of the gangs. Oh, and there's another sprue. This must be they must be the enforcers, which means these are the subjugators. That's like a grenade launcher there. Grenade ammo, another grenade launcher, torsos, arms. That must be some kind of armor plating. Arms, legs, and more armor plating, torsos, neck areas. This could be a knee pad, is what that could be. Little doodads, shock mauls, which look ace. And then super not Necroni riot shields, and this must be some kind of special weapon here, like a plasma cannon or a radiation cannon or something. And then obviously all their different bits and bobs, so grenade pouches, holstered revolver pistols, pistols with sights on them, just in case you want to snipe some guy's head off. And different parts of the heads there. So that's the bolt of the Palantine Enforcer's sprues, I believe. No, there's another one exactly the same as that one. So there's more shields, shock batons, grenade launchers on that one. So you have 3 sprues for them. And then the start of the Corpse Grinder Cult. It's kind of cool the way the knee pads are on these, because obviously they look similar to the Gene Stealer Cult, the hybrid guys that are like being taken over by the worker crew, or they wear worker crews. So obviously you can see the similarities there. There's a gigantic axe which I'm sure all Chaos players will be buying up pretty soon for converting up berserkers, this is some weird kind of horror film head with like horns. There must be a chest plate. I think these 2 pieces here might be armour for the shoulders. Same again, standard amount of skulls. The heads are actually similar to the Korgorat, I think is what it's called, from the Age of Sigmar starter. Compared to the Palantine Enforcers, these guys seem to be 90% intact. That's a really eerie looking skull. Look at that, it's just psychotic. More weird axe things. I think they're more for punching than slicing, but maybe they're like, this here is a strange way to hold an axe that you want to be slicing with, but I could be wrong. This one is gigantic. As far as I know from watching some YouTube videos, only the Jews can have guns, so the actual gangers, the big guys, all just run around mauling people with axes. And a buzzsaw. Oh, I seen this. This is like the buzzsaw flail, which is really cool. And that's one of the hooded masks, which is really scary. Like, and then some more of the. So that's like a ganger head, and these ones are like I don't know, they're just trying to Mad Max it up as much as possible. A little bit weird. So that's one of the sprues for the Corpse Cult. Second sprue is the same, yeah. That's the same as the fourth sprue, and third sprue is also the same, so not too much variation in them. But you do get 3 of the flail buzzsaw special weapons. So that's all the sprues, which doesn't leave too much in the box. Okay, so Necromunda Dark Uprising poster. I'll add that to the Aeronautica, the Necromunda and the Titanicus ones that I have now, which is cool. So obviously we have some 32mm and some 25mm, some Mortalis bases. We have the card deck. Oh cool, this is Uprising campaign territory, so it must have all the cards for doing campaigns in this. I'm not going to open that because I don't want them to go everywhere. I'd like to keep them sealed till I'm actually going to use them. Necromunda dice, so we've injury dice, we have ammo and scatter dice, and then just regular d6s. Even the instruction, oh what's this? New Stories Necromunda, Underhive, a Necromunda Anthology, oh very nice. And pick up your copy today, Terminal Overkill. Available in store and online. That's really cool, because I really like the art on this. It's like an ogre kind of guy. That looks like an uncommon alliance there. Is that an Escher girl and a Goliath dude? Which is weird, but that's in there. This instruction pack has instructions for the plasmic thermic vents, Palantine Enforcer, so I imagine all the instructions for the terrain and all are in this here, so I'm not going to lose that. We have orange small blast marker, big blast marker, and unfortunately this is in fact a shotgun template, and I experienced that in my first game in Necromunda. It is not a pleasant experience. got a softback rulebook, which is pretty nice, and this is the back of it. No, this is I have 2 of these sheets from my own Necromunda box. The older one. Oh, lasting injuries, cool. Hobbled into recovery, -1 movement. Oh, this is interesting. Dead attacker gains +1 experience. Really cool. So I wonder if the rules have changed much from the rules I've already started learning. Interesting. So that's obviously in the old set there was 2 of them, and then a full set of the rulebook. I'm not going to open the rulebook now. I have too much to build and get painted. It's more of a review of the box. Look at this. Poly sealed bags for your double-sided board template, which is nice. So here you can see some blood splatters, some red chevrons, yellow and black chevrons, a hazardous adaptus mechanicus symbol, plastic, okay, there's just warnings on them, and then obviously the templates are the tokens for the game, and this is your arcs for checking if someone's in line of sight. I think they actually provided, yeah, that looks like a smaller baggie for all the tokens, just 2 of them. We've got a transfer sheet. Oh, look at this, it's got all the numbers on them in black and white. Let's see if that'll focus on it. Yeah, that's probably about as good as I'm gonna get. That's like the officer numbers or something, does it say? Enforcer patrol transfer sheet. And it's got the logos on their chests in black and white. I'll definitely try and get these on. And then obviously the 12-inch rangefinder, which is cool. So that is my review of the new Necromunda stuff. I'm going to leave it there so I can get the building and painting, and we'll see you next week for an update. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.